Today's In the Spotlight incorporates technology,
which makes this afternoon's installment pretty unique. Take a look and a listen.
For this week's In the Spotlight, we're heading to Spencer, Indiana, where a local songwriter is using technology to connect with other musicians.
Mom and Dad bought me an old box guitar, old Stella, at a yard sale, 15 bucks.
A product of the Wabash Valley, Rick LeDune spent much of his childhood learning his craft. But it was not until he moved to Virginia to serve for the military that everything changed for him.
I was a rock and roller. I really enjoyed that kind of stuff, but I moved to Virginia and I realized pretty quick, there's a big country scene out there. And if I wasn't playing country, I probably wasn't going to be playing too much music.
Switching genres gave him a voice to begin writing, but it was his surroundings that gave him something to write about.
I was stationed there during Desert Storm, and I wrote a song called Desert Storm. One of the local radio stations picked up on it, and they had me come out and play their 4th of July concert, so I got a chance to open up for Leroy Parnell and Mark Colley and John Anderson, and it was, that was a good time. At that point in time, I knew, hey, this writing thing was for me.
Writing would stick with Rick. He returned to the Valley, where he began co-writing songs with other musicians in the area. It was during this time he met another local musician, Mariah Jane.
My buddy went and was talking with her and said, hey, I know this guy that writes, and if you ever need somebody. So we ended up making that connection through that.
Rick's just a lot of fun to write with. There's never a dull moment, and you're never quite sure what he's going to come off with next.
But unfortunately, Mariah's professional plans would take her to Nashville. Undeterred, Rick had a plan to keep the relationship with his co-writer.
Skyping really comes in handy because you get your co-writer's immediate, response visually.
It makes it a lot easier, especially when there's distance, but it's almost like being face-to-face. You can talk to each other and whatnot. It does the trick when you don't really have any other options.
Using technology to keep a songwriting relationship alive. In Spencer, with Jade Scott and photojournalist David Essex, Gary Bryan, News 10.
All right, to learn even more about Rick LeDune, be sure to check out our website at WTHI-TV.com. Just click on In the Spotlight.
There's also a behind-the-scenes photo gallery to check out. Plus, we need to hear from you. We want to find out who you want to see placed in the spotlight. You never know who will feature next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. You know where I'm going with this.
And after that, yes.